What was when you look at two back-to-back losses against West Ham and here today against Arsenal? What is Villa's biggest weakness, you think?
I think it's his consistency, Michelle. I think that's all it is Stephen will be 2 wins, 2 losses, maybe a draw. It's getting that consistency where you think you can enjoy it and you know you're going to turn up and win football matches. I think that's the level he wants to get to. That's what he was used to as a player, was winning and winning and winning every single week. When you become a manager and you get into the Premier League, you've got to be prepared to maybe lose a few games here and there and not take it too harshly. But I think he'll be looking for the consistency at home and away. Albeit he ain't going to win every single game that he ever plays in the Premier League. But I think it's a consistency level that will probably annoy him a little bit more than anything else.
How do you try to get that consistency then, Kevin? And if you're looking at Aston Villa, okay, maybe the season their aims are mid-table, but then wanting to build with more ambition with the seasons moving forward, they can certainly look to the likes of West Ham or Wolves, maybe a bit more to West Ham because they were in a similar position when Villa first came up. How can they try to bridge that gap and try to do what West Ham and Wolves are doing at the moment, breaking into that sort of top 7, top 8 group?
When you think about it, Aston Villa are 1 spot, they're in 9th. And I think the gap is maybe 10 points or whatever to 8th. Paul will tell you, these things can be put right on the training ground, but a lot of it is repetition. A lot of it is good habits. Getting a team who believe in what you're doing, that can win you games on its own. That could give you more points. But Steven Gerrard, again, he's still shaping this Aston Villa squad and team. He hasn't even been there a season yet. But we've seen good traits in the team, but they're not quite there yet. The foundations aren't in. I think they're going to go again in the summer. They're going to buy some more solid players, experienced players, and they're going to be better next season. I'm sure of that. They might even tinker with a forward, a striker, so there's rumours that the Ollie Watkins for Aston Villa, Arsenal have been looking at him. Might be just rumours because Steven Gerrard maybe don't fancy him. So there's going to be some moving and shaking to happen in the summer. But I think Steven Gerrard will get it right and they will be challenging for those European spots next season.
How much will this project, in order to achieve that goal, will depend on keeping Coutinho on a permanent deal instead, Paul?
I think that all depends on the finances, Michelle, whether Aston Villa want to do it. Do they still think he's going to do it over a consistent season and he's not going to come there for a few months to turn it on when he's on his game? I think they want to see the consistency of him as well, because if you're paying that amount of money, you're hoping that's going to happen week in and week out with him. But I think he will need, I think Kevin's right what he's saying there, I think they'll buy a few to complement him if he does stay, because I think you need type of players that are going to get him and give him the ball at every opportunity where they can go and create. Like today, he wasn't in the game because the space was nullified, and maybe just playing wide didn't really suit him. Where I thought in the middle of the pitch he's a little bit more. He's a 1-2 touch footballer, and when he gets in front of you and he can square you up, that's where I think he's a lot more dangerous. But I think the more Stevens in there, and the more he gets to, as Kevin said there, shape his own team, get his own players in, then Coutinho could be a massive player for them.